is Thank You for This Day, Spirit, and Marilyn's playing it so you can hear the tune. It's very basic and simple, and the words will magically appear in just a minute. And those of you who sang with the choir a few years ago, we did this in this season for Thanksgiving. And I thought, since it's the month of November and Thanksgiving is coming, we could really emphasize gratitude and sing about it every week. Isn't that a pretty picture? There it is. Okay, thank you. So why don't you stand and take a deep breath of life and join us in singing. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for my friends, Spirit, thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit, thank you for my friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. Thank you for my health, Spirit, thank you for my health. Thank you for my health, Spirit, thank you for my health. My radiant, my radiant, my radiant health. My radiant, my radiant, my radiant health. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. Very nice. And the next song is also a new one. It may be familiar to some of you from other Unity churches. I know that I've never sung it here before, so I thought I would sing it through for you one time. And if you know it, feel free to join in, and then we'll start it over and do the whole thing. I am as God created me, in the light, in the love, in the glory. I am as God created me, in the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory, I am. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory, I am. There you go. I am as God created me, in the light, in the love, in the glory. I am as God created me, in the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory, I am. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory, I am. One more time. I am as God created me, in the light, in the love, in the glory. I am as God created me, in the light, in the love, and the glory. In the light, in the love, and the glory. In the light, in the love, and the glory. In the light, in the love, and the glory, I am. In the light, in the love, and the glory. In the light, in the love, and the glory. In the light, in the love, and the glory, I am. I am as God created me, in the light, in the love, in the glory. I am as God created me, in the light, in the love, in the glory. Nice job. And then we're doing a familiar one. It's actually out of the hymnal, but the words are up here too. Weave. together in unity and love. Weave, weave, weave us together. Weave us together, together in love. We are many textures, we are many colors, each one different from the other. But we are entwined with one another in one great tapestry. Weave, weave, weave us together. Weave us together in unity and love. Weave, weave, weave us together. Weave us together, together in love. We are different instruments playing our own melodies, each one tuning to a different key. But we are all playing in harmony, in one great symphony. Weave, weave, weave us together. Weave us together in unity and love. Weave, weave, weave us together. Weave us together, together in love. A moment ago, still we did not know our unity, only diversity. Now the Christ in me greets the Christ in thee, in one great family. Weave, weave, weave us together. Weave us together in unity and love. Weave, weave, weave us together. Weave us together, together in love. Thank you. You can have a seat, and Carol's going to do announcements this morning.
We're going to have birthdays first.
Oh, we're going to have birthdays first.
It's
good
birthday
idea.
Sunday. So who has a birthday in November? Come on, Joanne. Aha. Come on. Don't be bashful. This is your family, you know. Okay, what days your birthday? The 6th? The 19th? 7th. Okay, so you get right in between these two. We have a trio of lovely lady angels, and we're going to sing to them. Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, you're wonderful. Happy birthday to you. God is blessing you now. God is blessing you now. God is blessing you, you're wonderful. God is blessing you now. Yay! Many happy returns. And now Carol's going to tell us what's going on.
Okay, I'm going to lower this thing. Is it on? Is it working? Okay. All right. Okay, so this is the weekly announcements for November 5th. Welcome to Unity of Modesto. If you are a first-time visitor, do we have any? No. Here at Unity of Modesto, we'd like to welcome you. So we'll just pass on that rest of that. Upcoming events, we need volunteers. So there's sign-up sheets on the back of our upcoming events, and we need you to sign up, please. Flu shot vaccination clinic. CVS Pharmacy has offered to do a flu shot clinic here at our facility. They do accept most major insurance, which covers 100%, and for anyone paying cash, they are offering a special discount at $19.99 instead of the $39.99 per person at their walk-in clinic. That's what it would be if you went there. They are asking for an approximate head count, so if you haven't had your flu shot and would like to get one here at the flu clinic, let's get a head count to Laura in the office as soon as possible so the CVS folks are sure to bring what's needed.
Let's do
So
real
let's,
quick.
yeah, let's get a hand
How
count
many of
today.
you would come here for a flu shot? You haven't had it yet. You have, one,
Wow.
two.
It kind of,
Add 2 more for the kids.
Okay, so at least 4.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, 4 as of now. All right, so next week we have Cindy Ferris returning to speak. She's sharing a message on the mystery of grace. Our holiday craft fair, unfortunately, due to a lack of vendor participation, we have decided to postpone the craft fair. We didn't feel we had enough time to prepare. And we will be rescheduling another craft fair and getting the word out with enough advance notice to draw a large crowd and be fair to our crafters too, because they get you on the calendar pretty early. And November 19th is a Thanksgiving potluck and Christmas box day. That's if you're doing the boxes for the kids, they need to be turned in that day. And we'll have a Thanksgiving potluck this year. We're hosting the board of trustees is hosting that. And there's a sign-up sheet back there for those of you on the board that haven't signed up. And please bring food in disposable containers if possible to make cleanup an easy process. Also, as I mentioned, the 19th of November is the day we'll send off the Good Samaritan gift boxes, and the price has gone up a little bit per box from $7 to $9 this year. So please include that in the box. Yes.
As far as the boxes go, if you do not have, if you're not like gonna build a box, you don't have to build a box. You can donate money, you can donate like a few items, you can even just come and help pack a few boxes. So anything is good as far as the boxes go.
Okay. I went to the dollar store last Sunday.
Do any of them stay in the United States?
They do.
Good.
They do stay in the United States also.
Okay, how can we?
You can request it, you can
On
request
the
it, and we'll
box?
put, yeah, and
Okay.
we'll put it there for you, okay?
Okay.
So even if you don't pay, like if you don't pay for the box, a lot of people come in with money to pay for the shipping. So you don't have to worry about paying for the shipping. If you just have a few stuffed animals that are almost new, you can do that. If you want to bring toothbrushes, you can do that. Do you know what I mean? All these kind of things will go to fill a box, and we have a lot of beautiful people here who donate some money to ship the boxes. So either way, the boxes will get there. Whatever you can bring is fine, and it's very much appreciated.
Thank you, Barb. We had a pretty good turnout last year, didn't we?
We did.
Yeah.
We did.
So I went there last Sunday after church, and I got quite a few things for each little box for 2 to 4 year olds, I think is what I picked. And you can go down the aisle and get toys and all kinds of stuff. Hard candy, but not chocolate. Okay, so prayer pilgrims. Will the prayer pilgrims please stand? I think we have some here, yes. Mm-hmm. And these are your prayer pilgrims who are available to pray with you after our services. So if you need that, please see them. And they're committed to providing spiritual support to congregants and visitors as requested. The ones wearing stoles are on duty today, as you just saw, and will be to the sides and rear of the sanctuary if you need to sit with them. And they also make monthly wellness calls to all congregants and new attendees who are on our call list. And the food closet, thank you all who donated to the food closet. And thanks to Joni and Donna for keeping this program ongoing. And today's speaker, our lovely Reverend Nancy McNatt.
Doesn't need an introduction. Y'all.
Well, wait a minute. For those of you who do not know Nancy, she's been an ordained minister for over 34 years, and she's been a loving member of our congregation for 9 years and a constant blessing to our community. So please give her love and warmth today as she blesses us with another lovely message. Thank you.
And you have to keep in mind, I'm only 39, so how can I be a minister for that? Okay, now, are we going to sing the Lord's Prayer? If you'd like to stand and hold hands, let's sing the Lord's Prayer. Grab Bridget, there you go. Our Father, which
daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not in temptation, but deliver us from error. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
This morning's daily word has as the thought divine order. And the affirmation is really quite powerful. If you will take this in, I gratefully surrender to the spiritual certainty that my life is in divine order. That word surrender is sometimes difficult. I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm a pretty controlling person. So. Surrender. I said I'm a pretty controlling person, so you're trying to get me to say that again. You're controlling me, Richard. It's a real challenge.
The affirmation is different.
No, I'm talking about the affirmation at the top of the page on Daily Word. This is the Daily Word. Right. I'm reading the Daily Word. And the affirmation for that is, I gratefully surrender to the spiritual certainty that my life is in divine order. They're pushing divine order, but what hit me this morning when I read this was that word surrender. Oh, do I have to? The idea of surrender can feel alarming to my limited mortal mind and seemingly synonymous with defeat. Do we sometimes connect that word surrender with giving up and defeat? In truth, however, surrender is an essential spiritual step that allows divine order to guide every choice and challenge in my life. Divine order is the essence of all life, the infinite love in which I live and move and have my being, which is taken from Acts. Divine order is always present and always expressing. So any perceived absence of order tells me that I'm allowing my mortal mind to stray from the loving guidance of my spiritual self. Divine order is my choice. I exchange fear-based priorities and expectations for the presence within, my constant, loving guide to a life of joy and peace. And from Jeremiah 29:11, for surely I know the plans I have for you, to give you a future with hope. Let's take that idea of surrender.
And we're preparing for meditation.
Holy Lord, most holy Lord, you alone are worthy of our praise, O holy Lord, most holy Lord, with all of my heart I sing. Great are you, Lord, worthy of praise. Holy worthy of my praise, O holy Lord, most holy Lord. With all of my heart I sing, great are you, Lord, worthy of praise, holy and true. Great are you, Lord, most holy Lord. Great are you, Lord, most holy Lord, most holy Lord.
Now let us relax. Let us drop off everything outside this building and outside this moment in time. Let us let go and surrender concerns. Concerns for experiences that we've had this past week or things that are coming up. Even surrender our loving care for people dear to us that may have something going on in their life. When we surrender and let go to Spirit, it's not that we don't care about something. It's not that we don't love the people. It's that we're trusting. We're trusting Spirit. So we're surrendering and letting go all concerns so that we can relax and be here now, open our minds, our hearts, our very essence. So there's no barriers between us and the joy that life holds. Every minute of every day, actually. So we are going to let go and open up and find the joy of being here right now. Feel comfortable. Feel relaxed. Feel safe. This is your spiritual nurturing. And you are safe to open up and feel loved, because you are. Feel free to make a commitment to find love and joy. Let go of any fears of experiencing those good things. Surrender those. So we're open and filled with joy and filled with gratitude for this wonderful month where we're reminded to be thankful and filled with gratitude. And when we encounter any challenging moments in the next week, let us remember here and now. Surrender the concern and open up to the joy. And know it's all in divine order. And now we're going to do our November affirmation, which is at the bottom of your bulletin on the left side. Yay, that's it. Okay, let's all say together. In faith, I give all my concerns to God. Releasing my troubles, I am held in His loving, peaceful embrace. You know, when I did the meditation, I hadn't planned ahead, and I could have just read it. Oh, well. Spirit said that was what we needed to hear. This morning's topic is actually a combination of experiencing life's joys and purpose. In my many avenues of looking for ideas to share on a Sunday, I encountered the Japanese concept to improve work and life that is called ikigai. And I sure hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. There's no direct translation, but it's a term that embodies the idea of happiness in living. Now that caught my attention. Essentially, ikigai is the reason why you get up in the morning. The way the Japanese people cope with the stress of living is by living this concept. Japan is a very crowded country. You've probably seen pictures of people being packed into subways and trains. You know, they hire people to push people into the trains. Can you imagine putting that on your job description? And they have a notorious work culture. And people put in long hours at the office, governed by strict hierarchical rules. Overwork is not uncommon, and the last trains home on the weekdays at midnight are filled with people in suits. How do they manage to survive with such stress? One answer may be this concept of ikigai. The word is part of everyday language, and it's compared to two words, iki, the I-K-I, which means life, and gai, G-A-I, which describes value or worth. We're looking at finding value in our lives. According to Akihiro Hasegawa, who is a clinical psychologist and associate professor at Toyo Iwa University, the origin of the word ikigai goes back to the Heian period, 794 to 1185. This is a very old concept. Gai, the G-A-I, comes from the word kai, K-A-I, which means shell in Japanese. Shells were deemed highly valuable. At one time, shells have been used for money. You may have heard about that or read about it in different places. And from there, ikigai derived as a word that means value in living. There are other words that use that kai. Yarigai, or, I'm going to take a run at this one, hatarakigai, which mean the value of doing and the value of working. Ikigai can be thought of as a comprehensive concept that incorporates such values in everyday life. The word ikigai is similar to happiness, but it has a subtle difference in its nuance. Ikigai is what allows you to look forward to the future, even though you're feeling not quite so super today. Dr. Hasegawa points out that in English, the word life means both lifetime, as in during my life, and everyday life, as in I lead a busy life. So ikigai, if it's translated as life's purpose, sounds very grand. In Japan, however, they have the words jinsei, which means lifetime, and the word segatsu, meaning everyday life. They have two words for our one. And the concept of ikigai aligns more with the latter, everyday life. The Japanese people believe that the sum of small joys in everyday life add up to a more fulfilling life as a whole. This concept of ikigai, finding joy in everyday simple things, may contribute to the fact that Japan has some of the longest living citizens in the world. 87 years for women and 81 for men. Finding lots of little joys in your life is healthy. Happiness and a feeling of fulfillment are a great prescription and a lot cheaper than medicine. One such area of longevity is Okinawa, a remote island with a remarkably high number of centenarians. Older people are celebrated, And they feel obligated then to pass on their wisdom to the younger generations, which gives them a purpose outside of themselves in service to their communities. There are other areas of the world, such as Sardinia and the Nicoya Peninsula of Costa Rica, with similar attitudes and concepts and long-lived communities. How might we foster this concept? Needless to say, at my age, I love the idea of older people being celebrated and respected and serving in the community, whether it's their family, the church community, city, county, or the library. The closest Western concept to Ikigai is the Venn diagrams with overlapping qualities, which many of you may remember. Paul used this particular exercise once. And the idea is to use overlapping circles that include what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you could be paid for. In Japan, however, the idea is slightly different. Your Ikigai may have nothing to do with your income. Your value in life can be your work, but it's not limited to that. I'd like us to take a few minutes to go through a little exercise to have us consider how we can look at areas of our life to look for where we can find joy and a purpose. And if I can have a couple volunteers here, we can hand out some papers, one for everybody. And if anybody doesn't have a pen, they are entitled to a pretty colored marker. I know, I thought those colors might inspire you. So if you'll find that, and if you've been through this exercise before, that's nice. That was yesteryear, and you have changed since yesterday. So please do yourself a favor and join in, okay? The papers we're handing out have just 3 circles on them. And when you receive the paper, you need to find something like a hymnal to put it on so you can write. And then you can start thinking about and making notes in the little areas. Now, if you have a pen, that's fine. If not, we have the colored markers that are going to inspire your heart.
I gotta go down that way. Hang on, we're gonna come around. Did you get yours, Robert?
And we probably have enough that if you want to take one home and share it with somebody, you could probably do that too. Let's put the extras way at the back, and then people can pick up an extra piece of paper if they want.
Of course.
Come on, join in, guys. Everybody get one. We don't want any holdouts. Now, the first area that I'd like you to look at is, what do you like to do?
You got more pens?
Pardon me?
You got any more pens?
I do.
I am out. Can I have more? It's just something. She's got some to work with. Thank you, dear.
There's 2 of them more on the floor.
Everybody have something to write with and a piece of paper to write on? Okay, what do you like to do? Take a look at that circle. I would be putting in reading, gardening, working at the library, participating at church, visiting family. Just think of activities you enjoy and put in at least 3 or 4 things. And you can make one-word notes. This is for you. This is not an English essay, okay? There's no need to be elaborate. Just put a couple of one-word things. What do you have fun doing? Think about the times when you have a smile on your face. What do you like to do? Find the circle that says, what I like to do. And then take a look at a circle that says things you're good at. It could be something like creating jewelry, planning a landscape, cleaning a house, driving a car, singing, playing the drums. Anything you know that you do fairly well. Think of things that people have complimented you for or admired as an ability. When was the last time somebody said, oh, gee, I wish I could do that, and they saw you do something, oh, you're good at that. Understanding computers? Fixing your phone? What are you good at? Again, 3 or 4 things, and they can be one word, because it's for you, to trigger your thinking. What do you like? What are you good at? And then the third circle is your values. What do you value? What do you admire in others? Honesty, accomplishments, strong beliefs or ideals, compassion, humility. Think of the times that you've watched someone. Did you admire their perseverance, their commitment? Again, it's just a few words to start your thinking. And you can take these home for further contemplation. These are great conversation starters. Your family or friends, you can say, gee, we did this little thing in church and we wrote down what we liked and what we're good at. And what would you put in yours if you had that? To get you to thinking not only about yourself, about others, what you like, what you're good at, and what do you value in life. Then I want you to look at the central area of the diagram. Where do these areas overlap in a few places? My love of reading contributes to working in the library and researching ideas for sermons and personal growth. Participation at church and the library allow me to contribute to 2 communities. I can offer service in an area I love. And I value service to others. I value literacy. I value spiritual development. Can you see where your areas overlap? Just looking at 1 or 2 areas can aim you in the direction of where to look for joy in your daily activities. If you like to garden, for instance, can you consciously, in a mindful way, enjoy the beauty of the plants and what they contribute to your life when you're out there weeding and trimming and working in the garden? Can you turn it around and find, oh, this is an area I like to do? If you enjoy music or museums, can you contribute to your community while assisting with a musical group, a theater group, a local museum? There are dozens of such groups that welcome assistance. You could apply a talent, something you're good at, such as painting a backdrop, with something you enjoy, such as drama. Or be an usher or a stagehand for a band or a symphony from a school or a community. Some of these overlapping areas will point to an area where you can earn money, but Ikigai is more than work and more than just seeing where your areas overlap. You need an outlet, a purpose, an action. This process you just went through is to aim you in an area of action. Where can you consciously experience joy? Where can you be useful and appreciated? In Japan, a church where the value of the team supersedes the individual, Japanese workers are driven by being useful to others, being thanked, and being esteemed by their colleagues. I see our culture as having many similarities. We like helping others, a value that is supported by the example of Jesus serving and healing people, and by our awareness that God is in everyone. As we help and serve others, we serve God. And we all appreciate the acknowledgement of thank yous and being respected by our peers. These are good criteria for any undertaking, to ask ourselves if what we're doing will serve others and be appreciated by someone. And sometimes it doesn't take more than one person. When looking at your work, look to see where your job makes a difference in people's lives. Who benefits from your efforts? How we find meaning in our work is a topic of interest to management experts who realize that what motivates employees, and I want to add volunteers in churches, is doing work that affects the well-being of others and the opportunity to see or meet the people affected by their work. We all need and want some feedback and feeling that we're useful and needed. So we can aim to construct our lives in a manner that receives thanks and compliments. And if we need to, learn to accept such thanks and compliments. Sometimes that's the first barrier we put up. You deserve thanks. You deserve compliments. Open up and think of it as being respectful to the spirit within. You don't want to insult God. So when somebody pays you a compliment and says, thank you very much for all that you're doing, you say, and just know I deserve it. In one experiment, cold callers at the University of Michigan who spent time with the recipient of the scholarship they were raising money for brought in 171% more money than the people who were just working the phone to raise money. The simple act of meeting the beneficiary provided meaning to the fundraisers and boosted their performance. We want to be involved. We want to see results of the things that we do. And this applies to many areas in our life. If you're concerned about world hunger, you can start small by helping someone around you, like a local volunteer group, or you can bring a can of food for our pantry. And then ask Laura or Joni or Donna how a local family reacts when they receive our assistance. So you can feel that personal involvement and feel the appreciation. Retirement can bring a huge sense of loss and emptiness to people who find their ikigai in work only, and especially true for any occupation that has a relatively short career, like sports. The process of looking for life's purpose and finding joy in many areas of our lives can be applied at retirement. For an athlete, for instance, who finds joy in a sport but has a really short career and then needs to feel useful, giving back to the community can be found in service as a coach to a little league type of team. Most occupations could be used as a basis for becoming a mentor, to share all the wonderful experience that you've gained in any occupation. People with almost any background can assist in schools with projects that can be fun or help with sports activities or literacy. Someone who knows the demands of a job and values such things as keeping commitments, being on time, following directions, all that basic stuff you learn in kindergarten, can be a great mentor and assistant to educators. Look at those areas and list some of the hundreds of processes that you have learned over a lifetime, and then find your ikigai. Make a personal commitment to extract joy actively by pulling it out of something that you do every day. And know that by being mindful of finding joy and serving others, you have found your life's purpose. And you're living a more fulfilling life by serving and expressing God. Expressing joy and thanks are a part of our life's purpose. God is formless stuff. It's in and through us all, and God cannot experience joy unless we look for the joy, pull it out, and experience it. God cannot experience the wonderful feeling of gratitude to us or from us unless we participate in that emotion. We are God's hands and feet and experience. And when we actively look for and extract the joy in life, we get more to be joyful for. And when we find things to be thankful for, we get more things to be thankful for. Isn't this a great setup? You know, God did a good job with this. Let us remember to actively participate, to experience joy, serve others, and express God. And through it all, feel thankful. And have a good week.
Where there is love, I am there. Where there is peace, I am all around. In the presence of the love of God, I am. In the silence, I am there. In the light, I am all around. In the presence of the love of God, I am. Where there is joy, I am there. In the beauty, I am all around. In the presence of the love of God, I am. In every voice, I am there. In each moment, I am all around. In the presence of the love of God, I am there. I am. I am there.
In the back of the room, we have our prayer box. And into that, you're requested to place an idea for prayer, a person that needs healing and experience in life. Just you yourself. You may not even know exactly what you need healing for. But you put a name in, and our group here prays over it for a month, and then we send it on to Silent Unity, and prayers are very powerful. Richard, thank you.
Divine Mother, Heavenly Father, these prayers are windows through which your love flows into our lives and into all lives, healing all of us. Thank you. Only peace of me.
And now if you will take in your hands your offering, your donation, the person next to you, anything wild and wonderful, and let us say together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive.
An old favorite.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
Infinite loving presence, we are so filled with gratitude for all of the blessings, all of the good that flows to us and through us. We're thankful for our abilities to offer money, time, effort, and we're thankful that some of us have time and energy to serve others. There are people in this community, our church community, really working hard and having some challenges with their families. So we bless them for the energy that they have and that gift that they give to their families and friends by taking care of them. And we're so grateful for all that flows to and through us and then outward to others. And so it is. Amen. And now, let's stand up and stretch and say our prayer of protection. Yay, it's up there. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And now let's make a nice big joy-filled circle.
Circle or inside circle?
Just a little bit. We don't have much people. Yeah, there we
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joy.